Hi, it's Palest, but you guys can call me Harry. And today I got a video that I'm going to sort of call Weighted Dice. This video is an extension of the gunfight theory video that I've already made. It's a Modern Warfare 2 video where I talked about some ideas about winning gunfights and thought about this in sort of context of Black Ops. So in that way, this commentary aims to analyse exactly how it's possible to do well consistently, and consistency is the key word, and why consistency is in reality so difficult to achieve. Why is it then so difficult to achieve? Well, the thing is, in a gunfight, infinite variables influence who emerges from a gunfight victorious, and many of these variables are out of your control. There are so many variables, such as when do people throw grenades, when do people jump around a corner, do they drop shot, do these people decide to go another way, do these people take up good positions of cover, where these people go off the spawn, even such things as do these people choose to use frag grenades or Semtex grenades. All of these are variables that may or may not affect what happens to you in this game, whether or not you pick up 5 deaths or 6 deaths or 14 deaths. And you can't really control what other people are doing. So to overcome this random element of the game, you need to manipulate what you can control very carefully and very well if you're going to win gunfights consistently. You need to give yourself an unfair advantage, and you need to weight your dice, if you like, in terms of that metaphor. So in this game that is before you right now, I go 59-1. But I'm not going to lie, it doesn't happen that often. My KD is above 3. It's not the same as 59 though. And even though it's above 3, I'm still losing plenty of gunfights when I play. Obviously you see some of my best games on this channel, but they're not all like this. Truth is, I go negative sometimes. I pull 1 KDs, I pull 2 KDs, and sometimes I pull 59 KDs, so that demonstrates just how random this game is. There's no way anyone is going to go 59 for 1 consistently without a great sort of deal of luck, or most importantly, without a watertight strategy. The truth is, the 59 for 1 before you is largely a product of luck. I'll admit it. I came up against some players with relatively little experience of the game. I was handed a slice of fortune, and I made the best of it in this game. But despite having these moments of luck, and despite having these sort of scores on the occasion, I'm always searching to make them more consistent. Of course, it's not always about KD ratio. It's not always about going 59 for 1. But no one can really deny that increasing one's percentage of gunfights won is generally going to help one's team. Sometimes sacrifices are needed, such as capping flags. But when you're in a position where you need to lock down a spawn, as I am for most of this game, sort of staying alive and remaining in control really is paramount. So how then do you back yourself sort of more than 3 times out of 4 in a gunfight? If I'm pulling a 3-1 KD, that means I'm sort of winning 3 gunfights out of 4. Maybe even fewer than that, because of course we're counting chopper gunner kills and airstrike kills and whatnot. So how do I back myself more than 3 times out of 4? Well, I've always noticed, when I've been playing well, that I pay a lot of attention to my position, to the positions that I take up, the areas of cover that I take up, and I'm in these circumstances very selective about which positions I take up. In fact, on most maps, there isn't a great deal of very good, places to set up, maybe 4 or 5 per map. But taking up these positions whenever you can, just because of their features, will hand you a lot of success, because they kind of remove a large amount of the random element from the game, which is what essentially we're seeking to do. So I just quickly want to go through a few good positions on firing range, and you'll probably see them used throughout this video, but I want to explain why they're good positions. For a start, from the wooden board that looks into the actual firing range element of the map, this is sort of just outside tin building. There's a wooden board, and you can look into sort of the bottom spawn where the firing range is. This is a very good spot because, the wooden board, for example, if they're going to shoot you through the wooden board, especially without hardened, they're going to take a lot of bullets, and they're not going to have no cover. You know, you've also got the higher ground. They're coming out spawn, and as I've said in other videos, when you're coming out spawn, unless you have a UAV up, you're not actually going to know where the enemy team is. You know, you're spawned in a completely different location to where you were before. You've got to gather a lot of knowledge about that new location. So coming out spawn and catch people out spawn at that wooden board, you're going to have a lot of success. You know, and it's also in a way a bit of a head glitch as well, in that, you know, only your head tends to be popping out behind that board. And you know, you have the whole of their body to aim at, and they only have your head to aim at. So you know, that's a very advantageous position, and I don't lose many gunfights at all there. The only ones I tend to lose, you know, are when I run out of ammo, or I need to reload or something like that. So bear that in mind. The sandbags on this map are quite good as well. The main problem with sandbags is you've got to be careful of people coming up behind you, but then you might say that of all positions really. The thing about sandbags is it's very good for watching B if you've got domination, if you're playing domination, and good for watching A as well. The sandbags provide you with a nice head glitching spot, and you can take up, you know, several positions across the sandbags. You can be on the right hand side of the sandbags, on the left hand side of the sandbags, and you know, you're always going to end up getting the jump on your enemy, or even if they get the jump on you, the great thing about this position is it might not even matter because they've got to pull off a very tight shot. They're probably going to have to burst their shot, so you can often retaliate and pick up a kill there. You know, there's a tin building as well, which can be a bit more risky because people can, you know, come up the stairs while you're trying to shoot outside, but you can, you know, aim to get a nice head glitch going there. And also the trailer and the boards sort of around the trailer where I am right now, you can just, like, you know, for example, this board just behind me, you can just pop out behind here exactly as I'm doing there. I know that if they're going to spawn down there, there's almost no way they're going to kill me, regardless of what they do. I mean, they can throw grenades, but I've got a flak jacket on. So I'm just trying to really remove this element of randomness from the game. You know, there are a few places really where you can back yourself in a gunfight more than 75% of the time, I'd say. But these kind of positions give you huge advantages that only the worst luck can diminish. You know, they're so reliable in essence. The luck is not much of a factor anymore, and that's the key to consistency. Boiling the random elements of the game down into a simple, repeatable strategy. And that's it for today, guys. Got plenty more videos coming on the way. Thank you very much, and see you later.